Jodan Sancho trying to force through a transfer from Brussia Dortmund to Manchester United as far as the transfer deadline is on 5th October. That's when it's ending, and he's trying to push this to happen because he really doesn't want to play for Brussia Dortmund anymore. He wants to see himself playing at Manchester United. Welcome to United Social Television. Subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do air out on a daily. Thank you guys for watching in. I'm Rokani here at United Social Television to bring you this story as Jodan Sancho is forcing Manchester United transfer from Brussia Dortmund to happen. So Jodan Sancho is reportedly trying to force through a transfer to Manchester United before the deadline on Monday. It is claimed by the Norwegian paper called Dagbladet that Sancho is keen for the move to happen and is putting pressure on Brussia Dortmund to push it through. Yes, it is now confirmed that Jodan Sancho is not a player to play with. He's a young player and he's not patient anymore. Jodan Sancho is telling Brussia Dortmund, I've played for you ever since 2017. I came here at the age of 17. You bought me on less than 10 million pounds and you're making times 10 the amount of money you bought me from Manchester City. So you are making the profit that you want. Why don't you let me go to Manchester United? Because he talked to them way back, like 3 weeks back. He met the board of Brussia Dortmund and told them, I would like to play for Manchester United, and if at all this deal is pushed through to happen, I'll be very happy. I'll be very happy to be sold to Manchester United, but I won't force a move or put in a transfer request or strike because you guys have failed to sell me to Manchester United. And this is what is happening. He is doing what he really told them that he's not going to do, because one, news came in on Tuesday that he is not on the flight that saw Brussia Dortmund fly to Munich in the German Super Cup that they played on Wednesday, where they lost 3-2 to Bayern Munich. So Brussia Dortmund came out and said that Jodan Sancho had what we call a respiratory problem, and he had tested negative for COVID-19. So that's why they never traveled with him to Bayern Munich to play the Super Cup. But news after, because remember when I was doing that video that Jodan Sancho is not on plane with fellow Brussia Dortmund players, I told you that there must be the fire, and we are now seeing the smoke. And 30 minutes after, reports came out and said, and let me show you what this gentleman came out and said. He's called Simon Stone. Simon Stone is Manchester United corresponding for BBC. He first came out and said that Brussia Dortmund have turned down latest Manchester United offer for Jodan Sancho within last week. Adamant he's going nowhere. Big decision for Manchester United. Have another a go. Look elsewhere. All knowing Jodan Sancho would move at the end of the season, get short term or nothing. That's what he first tweeted. Then he went ahead and said that Jodan Sancho's absence from tonight's Super Cup game is him trying to push a transfer window to Manchester United rather than because of the illness, according to Dagbladet. You get? So let me even keep it there as I'm explaining to you. That tweet from Ronan Murphy better explains you the situation at Brussia Dortmund right now. The fact is Jodan Sancho doesn't want to play for Brussia Dortmund anymore, and these are just lies that he's having a respiratory problem, because Jodan Sancho really wants to push the move. He has been patient enough, and he says, I really don't want to play anymore because my patience has been taken for granted. I really came out and explained to you that I want to play for Manchester United, and it's like you guys don't want the deal to happen. Brussia Dortmund really are acting like they don't want a man in the names of Jodan Sancho to leave, because they know if at all he stays, he's going to get them more money the next season when they go into the summer, because most of the clubs that are being hit hard by the COVID-19 crisis, would have regained their financial stand and power. So they know that they can even sell him at 150 million pounds. That's now they are all after. But Jodan Sancho really wants to come to the best league in the world, and that is the Premier League. There is no way you're going to convince Jodan Sancho to stay at Brussia Dortmund, yet one of the biggest clubs all in Europe is calling for his services, and he sees that he has done each and everything to Brussia Dortmund. They are not bringing players to see to it that they aim higher to win the trophies like Champions League. Even they failed to go in and win the German Bundesliga, you get, to an extent that Brussia Dortmund went for a treble the previous season. So Jodan Sancho sees no future sees no future at Brussia Dortmund. Brussia Dortmund is a money-making team. That's why they went in for the young lad that snubbed Manchester United. That is the 16-year-old that was playing for Birmingham, and he went there at 35 million pounds, and we really missed out on him. And because they know that he's the next big thing in the football as far as the midfield is concerned, he was paid for that money and he went there. That's what they did to Erling Haaland, and they also took him there. They are not all after building a strong team. It's a business team that really wants to sell players. So Jodan Sancho is telling them, you a business team, why don't you sell me off? Sell me off to Manchester United, because the money that they are giving you, you are making profits that are abnormal. So, but I also blame Jodan Sancho in here for extending his contract, because on the 10th of August, Brussia Dortmund had put that as a deadline for Jodan Sancho. For whichever team that wanted Jodan Sancho had to buy him by that time, and they set the price that it's 108 million pounds or 120 million euros. So that date, when it reached and no one had made an offer, Mike Zog came out and said that one thing that we had kept as a secret is we all agreed with Jodan Sancho and we signed yet another year on his contract. So I blame Jodan Sancho for doing that. If at all he really wanted this move to happen, maybe he was too confident that United can pay the money that Brussia Dortmund valued him. But the manager, or not the manager, one of the CEOs or board chairman of Manchester United, called Ed Woodward, came out and said that we have been not affected so much by the COVID-19 crisis, but the COVID-19 impact to the economy will be seen in the transfers, and we might not spend as we are supposed to spend on the Jodan Sancho transfer. So I also blame Jodan Sancho on adding one more year to his contract, because he wanted to stay, because he wanted to leave for Manchester United. That would have been a very clear picture that he wanted to go to Manchester United. Now he's putting in a late push to see to it that he joins this club in the next 4 or 5 days remaining to reach the deadline, and that is next Monday. Remember, today is Friday or Thursday. Now we have to count Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday. Only 4 days left for this deal to go through, and Manchester United is in talks with Barcelona to bring in Ousmane Dembele. But Ousmane Dembele wants a permanent move, not to be loaned to any team. Remember, he rejected a move to Liverpool last season in June when they wanted him on loan, and he said, I'm not leaving Barcelona, I want a permanent deal to leave Barcelona. That's Ousmane Dembele for you. But Jodan Sancho is pushing in a move, and other people, I've seen some write-ups on Twitter, but from the people I don't trust most, that Jodan Sancho is going to put in a transfer request. And I'm waiting to see whether it's true, but according to what is happening, Jodan Sancho wants to come to Manchester United and play there. That's why he came out and praised Marcus Rashford, that he's one of the most skilled people that he has ever played with. But if at all you know the quality that has been at Brussia Dortmund for the past three or 4 years, you cannot say that the best person or skilled person you played the longest with is Marcus Rashford. I'm a Manchester United supporter, but you cannot talk about being skilled and you bring Marcus Rashford. Skilled players. When you're talking of skilled players, talk of the likes of Anton Martial, he's a skilled player. Even Bruno Fernandes, he's a skilled player. Paul Pogba is a skilled player. And when you go to the team of England, because he really pointed out Marcus Rashford, because they've never played anywhere apart from the England international team. When you look at the England international team, I see skilled players. Jodan Sancho, I think is the most skilled player at England. When you look at the way he possesses the ball, the way he takes off players, who else is more skilled than him? The other player that I see who is skilled but injuries are still disturbing him is James Maddison of Leicester City. He really has a massive talent. His talent is massive, and I think the problem of the injury did him bad. He would have earned himself a very big move to one of the top 4 clubs in the Premier League this season, because he really had a wonderful season, but it went bad when he really got an injury, especially at the end of the season. So the problem is that Manchester United doesn't want to pay Brussia Dortmund that money. Brussia Dortmund says, you are taking nowhere our player if at all you don't meet our cost price. And other close sources from Brussia Dortmund, there is a Twitter account called BV something. It's from, like you see, Manchester United Evening News for Manchester United. Brussia Dortmund has got a channel, and it has a name called BVB Buzz. That's what it's called. And they came out on that same day. They said that United's bid was rejected, and Romano denounced that. Let me first go into this. They came out and said that Brussia Dortmund has turned down the bid of Manchester United of £93.1 million. Remember that Jazz all story was ignited by Sky Sports, and Sky Sports having ignited that story, it was picked on by every other person, and this very close source to Brussia Dortmund, known as BVB, came out and said that Brussia Dortmund have rejected a Manchester United bid for Jodan Sancho of 80 million plus 20 million pounds add-ons in bonuses for Jodan Sancho. And they went ahead to say that Brussia Dortmund still confirms that Jodan Sancho is not for sale. You get? So these are things that have been coming up in and out of this transfer, and we really don't know the truth, but news is coming in for Jodan Sancho because he's going to be the biggest move, if at all he comes to Manchester United. It's going to be the biggest transfer of this transfer window, and trust me, that's why news is rotating all over him. That's why there is no sports TV or sports website that does not make Jodan Sancho a headline on a daily. Jodan Sancho is making headlines, and I think he sees his opportunity right now because United needs him, and there is something that United promised him, and that is none other than the number 7 shirt that has been rested ever since Memphis Depay left Manchester United. So that's the big deal. United is promising each and every big thing for him, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got hold of his mobile phone and talked to Jodan Sancho one-on-one on phone and told him, I want you at Manchester United. You are going to play my right wing. You are going to be one of my priority players. He talked to him and told him that look at the Bruno Fernandes, Anton Martial, Marcus Rashford. I think you better fit with those players. There is a bond I want to build in between you, Paul Pogba, Anton Martial, Marcus Rashford, and Jodan and Bruno Fernandes, because you are of the same the age difference is not all that much. You guys can be the next big thing if at all you become a team at Manchester United. So such words from a manager like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to a young talent like Jodan Sancho, who is even missing playing in his home country, and that is England, and he's playing in Germany for 3 years. There are a lot of things that don't connect, and he sees a very big opportunity for Manchester United to come in for him. He sees no reason of not pushing this transfer to happen. He's asking the board what's really wrong. So the news is coming in from Germany, and there is a a newspaper called Doug Bled. It's called Doug Bled, saying that Jodan Sancho is keen for the move to happen and is putting pressure on Brussia Dortmund to push it through. So this is enough to show you that Jodan Sancho really loves the club, and Manchester United have to do the needful to see to it that this deal is happening. So Jodan Sancho doesn't want to see this deal not happening, because he really needs to play for Manchester United. But away from Jodan Sancho, I would like to even caution Manchester United. If the player is showing that I really want to play for you, what are you putting on the table? United is putting nothing. Nothing, because they don't want to meet the buying price of Brussia Dortmund. But if at all clubs like Everton have gone in and spent money, look at the likes of Leicester City, look at the likes of Wolves, they have so far spent more than Manchester United. And United wants to go in for Ousmane Dembele on loan, yet Jodan Sancho, a player, is showing that I want to go to Manchester United. You get? So there are a lot of things that we should be blaming the board right now, because they are not doing what they are supposed to be doing. That's really a funny bit of this story, because yesterday when after United played Brighton in a 3-0 encounter where United saw itself progress to the further stage of the quarterfinal of the quarterfinal, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was asked about something. They asked him, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, on the transfer business of Manchester United. So he came out and said, I liked the way he replied the first question. Remember the first press conference when the Premier League was resuming, when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was asked about the transfers of Manchester United and what United is planning. He said that the fans are right to demand for the players they want, because they want to see the best players play at Manchester United. Then after, what turned me off was when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was asked about the transfer market, because I think when the Premier League was starting, at the press conference, he got the pressure and took it back to the board, and he put them there to the world. He was like telling them that, please get the fans the players they want, because Manchester United fans want to see the best players at Old Trafford, all put on that red jersey. And this came in after all these rumors of Jodan Sancho have been anywhere, and United had only made one signing of Danny van Beek. So yesterday, after the game of Brighton, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was asked on Sky Sports, and Sky Sports said, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on Sky Sports on the transfer business of Manchester United. He said, I can't give you any news now. We are working with the players we've got. We've got a big squad. We've changed 10 players there from Saturday. If there is any updates, we will give you them. We will give you them. I don't comment on any other team's players. Said Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Right, it's okay to say that you're not going to comment on any other team's players, but I wanted to see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer coming out and putting the board on pressure that they really want to see these deals happening. That maybe we are working on certain deals and will soon. But the way he really replied to that question was not convincing to me, that he is really urging or telling the board to bring in the players, as he did on the press conference when the season was commencing. So the fact is that Jodan Sancho is pushing in, all pressuring Brussia Dortmund to see to it that this transfer happens, but also Manchester United board is to blame, because this is something easy to do. If the player wants to move, go put the £108 million bid and let Jodan Sancho come to Manchester United. That's the problem. What does Manchester United lose by getting £108 million and pay them to Brussia Dortmund to bring one of the best talents of our generation? He's going to bring in money. You get? He's bringing in money for Manchester United. Over March, shirt sales have been sold to Adidas, but Adidas is getting us 75 million because we went into the Champions League. That is a sure deal. And there are very many other. By the way, United is one of the most clubs that has very many sponsors and partners. United has close to 80 partners. Can you imagine? If at all you go to the website of Manchester United, United has very many partners. So with all these partners, money is coming in. money is coming in. So I don't see why Manchester United doesn't really come on and pay this money that is needed. You see, United has global partners. It has Chevrolet, it has Adidas, it has AON, it has Kohler, it has Aeroflot, it has Apollo Tires, it has Cadbury, it has Canon Medical Systems, it has Casillero dello Diablo, it has Chivas, it has DHL, it has Gulf Oil International, it has HCL, it has Konami, it has Mauyu Gym, it has Marriott Hotels, it has Melita, it has Mili, it has Rumigiton, it has Swissquote, it has Tagwire, it has Visit Malta, it has Yobo Sport. United has close to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, close to 20 partners, and all these do bring in money. United earns a lot of money and profits are being made, but because the Glazers put us into debt, that's the big problem that United is facing now. And I really call upon the fans of Manchester United to really put this club on pressure, to see to it that Jodan Sancho and Alex Telles do come at Manchester United, because without the fans' pressure, they are not going to do anything. Yes, for Alex Telles, the deal is stalling because Manchester United doesn't want to pay £18 million. Because of £6 million, United have not yet signed Alex Telles. Yes, Alex Telles wants to play at Manchester United. So the board really has to be put on pressure to see to it that they do bring in these players that are needed. You saw today the Champions League draw, the group that we are into. We have PSG, we have RB Leipzig, and Istanbul from Turkey. So, you know, if I talk about PSG, it doesn't need any further explanation, because if at all you followed Champions League the previous season, these PSG are one of the Champions League finalists the previous season, and you know what they bring to the team? They've only lost 2 players, and they've lost them because of their age, and that is Thiago Silva and Cavani. But they're a good side. When you look at that draw of Champions League, I was even worried, me as a United player, because I see RB Leipzig is also a good side. They had to finish. They were knocked out, I think, on the quarterfinals, and that was because Timo Werner was out. But that was a one game encounter. But this is going to be a 2-game encounter for the Champions League. So a lot of things are worrying if at all we don't bring in more signings, because our team is going to get stretched, because we have very many players at Manchester United, but we are talking about quality players in the level of Jodan Sancho. So people like Jodan Sancho and Alex Telles are needed at Manchester United because of the Champions League draw that has just dropped this evening. We are in Group H with PSG, RB Leipzig, and Istanbul. I'm even worried to see whether we guys can even qualify for the round of 16. That's how bad we've reached. But remember those days of Sir Alex Ferguson. Champions League comes in, you just know we are into the quarterfinal. That's the worst we could go. That's the worst we could go. Remember, Manchester United has only signed 1 player. That is Danny van Beek. But go to the likes of Everton, and Everton has just agreed a deal with Norwich to sign their defender to their side. They've brought in close to 4 or 5 players. Chelsea has brought in 7 players, and they are going for the 8th player, and that is Rice from West Ham. So if Jodan Sancho is pushing this move to happen, why doesn't Manchester United get a hell of that money, close to £120 million, £108 million, and pay off it to Brussia Dortmund? I don't know why. I don't know whether you guys are getting me, the people who are watching in live. Yes? I want to see you in the comment section telling me what you think about this, the live chat. Jodan Sancho is pushing a move, but Manchester United have not yet put in the bid that Brussia Dortmund wants. And you know these people are stubborn. That's what happened when they're selling Ousmane Dembele to Barcelona. They came in and told Barcelona, if you want Ousmane Dembele, you want 105 million pounds. You get 105. Barcelona said, we are giving you 60, 70, 80, and they were resistant. So this is what Manchester United and the board should know, that Brussia Dortmund is a very team that is resistant, and they stand on their word. Even Fabrizio Romano came out and tweeted that Manchester United wants Jodan Sancho, but a man in the name of Michael Zorc, the CEO of Brussia Dortmund, is still resilient, that he won't give away Jodan Sancho if at all they don't pay the money that is needed. And Sky Sports today said, speaking on the transfer show of Sky Sports with Sith, you know Sith, that bald-headed presenter on Sky Sports, came out and said that he confirmed that Brussia Dortmund winger and his representatives make it clear before August that they wanted to move to Manchester United. So this is what I was talking about. The player is showing that he wants to play for Manchester United, and the club is willing to sell, but Manchester United is not willing to put in the money that Brussia Dortmund wants. I don't want anyone to blame Brussia Dortmund anymore. I don't want anyone to include Jodan Sancho as a blame in this transfer. The big problem in this transfer is Manchester United, who are not willing to give in the money that is needed by a team known as Brussia Dortmund. Brussia Dortmund made it clear, we are not selling our player to any team if at all they don't give us 108 million pounds. But you look at the likes of Manchester United, the Matt Judge, who go in and do the negotiations, they are not doing the needful. You get? So this is something that is really annoying to we, the lovers of Manchester United. Because we want Jodan Sancho to be at our club, we really want to see him play at Manchester United, but the club is letting us down. He is letting us down. He is really letting us down. No one is letting us down apart from the club. The club is ruining our happiness. Jodan Sancho is bringing a fresh breath to Manchester United. I think you agree with me. You saw what a single player in the names of Bruno Fernandes that came in January, what he has done to a team. You see that transformation? Now just imagine if at all Jodan Sancho comes in and partners with Bruno Fernandes plus Anton Martial, Paul Pogba, Danny Van Beek, and Marcus Rashford. That's something that even a blind man can even see, and he would regret why he lost his eyes. But even something that a young lad of very little years can see has been failed by the board. Our happiness this season is being ruined by the board. Yes, it's being ruined by the board because we have players we are selling, like Chris Smalling is heading to AS Roma. They are paying United close to 18 or 20 million pounds. And that means we need a replacement. And how long has United taken without signing a defender? You know, apart from Harry Maguire and Aaron Wan-Bissaka, you get? So we are letting out one of the players that has been here and knew our culture and cult at Manchester United. We let him go to AS Roma. He had a wonderful season, and we are selling him off, and we're not replacing him up. At least let us replace him up by getting the money that he is valued in or paid to us by AS Roma, and then bring in a player in the names of Jodan Sancho. You get? Let's sell off Marcus Rojo and bring in a player in the name of Alex Telles. That will be business. You know, United is looking at making business. They're looking at selling very many players out this season, and then they also want to see to it that they keep some money with them. That's the board. These people don't love our club. They are here to make money. They are here not to do anything good to the people that are loving the club. Frimpong Richard, Man United, do something now. Yes, this is what we want, and thank you, Mr. Frimpong Richard. This is something that is really needed all over. No, nothing else we should do. We should just push this club to do business. Remember, after the loss of Crystal Palace, the man known as Ed Woodward went to the board and told them that he's afraid of what is going on social media. So thank you for the pressure you're putting to the club on social media. These people see these things, and trust me, the Ed Woodwards do have accounts that are not in their names, and they see what is happening, and they really value the fans a lot. So we should push these people a lot. Now, Mr. Richard Frimpong, I don't know where you're watching in from. You can let me you can let me know in which country you are watching in from, because one, you've seen the Champions League draw today. I think you've seen it, and now you know that we are in Group H. We have PSG, RB Leipzig, and Bursaspor from Turkey. Those are 3 teams, but I talk of 2 teams, that is PSG and RB Leipzig. RB Leipzig are a team that is well built, and they've not taken out very many players in their team, apart from Timo Werner. So look at Manchester United, the way it's standing now. And the problem we are facing that people are not taking as a serious problem is COVID-19. Just imagine our team going to face RB Leipzig, and then one of the players tests positive for COVID-19, especially Mason Greenwood, who is the only player who can deliver very well for Manchester United while playing on the right wing. Maybe, you know, the likes of Luke Shaw, they do get injured anytime from now. Who do you need? Who can you replace him with? So there is a very big calling for this club to bring in the players that are needed. Manchester United needs to sign a player called Jodan Sancho and Alex Telles. At least for there, we will know that at least Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been backed up with some players, or good players. But the team does not want to pay. They don't want to pay the money, yet the players want to come at Manchester United. The same applies to Alex Telles. Alex Telles wants to come at Manchester United, but the reason as to why he's not yet at Manchester United, it's just £6 million. Imagine £6 million for a club like Manchester United, and valuing a 27-year-old defender who has assists on him. He takes free kicks, he takes good corners, his final ball is good. The way he flows on that left wing, oh my God. I just pray that he comes at Manchester United, and one day, one time, you will tell me that Rokani told us about a player known as Alex Telles. He has come at Manchester United and he has not disappointed. Trust me, he is a good player. But United have not yet signed him in the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, yet they have already agreed personal terms with the player. The only thing lagging that deal is Manchester United not wanting to pay £18 million because they are claiming that the player said he is not going to sign a new contract at Manchester United at FC Porto because he wants to move elsewhere. So United are using that, telling that if at all you don't sell us that player at the price we're giving you, he will be a free agent in January and will be signed, and will sign him. Who tell you you're going to sign him, yet you guys, you never know, a team is going to come there and tell Alex Telles that we are giving you a salary of close to 300,000 per week, yet you cannot even afford it. You get? That's the problem with United. Pay the hell of £18 million to Alex Telles. Frimpong Richard says from Ghana, thank you for watching in from Ghana. Thank you. One of the biggest countries in Africa that has really been represented big in the Premier League and the world and the African continent at large. For those who don't know Ghana, let me tell you of a player that plays in the Premier League that you well know. That player is called Andre Ayew, who plays for, or Jordan Ayew, who plays for Crystal Palace. Remember, he is one of the players whom we've lost, who have led United to lose a game against Crystal Palace last season, one of the games that ended 2-1. But he's from Ghana, and that's where Frimpong Richard comes from. Frimpong, thank you for watching and thank you for the love. And you are saying that we need Jodan Sancho. That's no question. It's just an answer to all the questions that have been asked, that Manchester United needs Jodan Sancho at Old Trafford. We need him badly. We don't. It's a signing that has to be made, and not signing Jodan Sancho will be the biggest betrayal of the board to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and the fans of Manchester United. Aren't we together? I think we agree as the fans of Manchester United that the biggest betrayal to us and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be the board not signing Jodan Sancho to Manchester United this season, because this is the season, and that's why Gary Neville came out and said, let me look for his tweet and bring it to you. You guys will know that we are into a very danger zone for this team of Manchester United. Gary Neville came out and said, I think like 2 days ago, he came out and tweeted saying that he said that it's appealing that in this market, or it's annoying that in this market, Manchester United have not signed players, yet other Premier League teams are signing players easily. He came out and continued to say that this is the easiest market ever in the Premier League. It's very easy to get a player, but Manchester United have not yet got anyone to do this. So let me give you this tweet. I want to read. I don't want to to say that I've eaten words of Gary Neville. I really want to pin them here and read them for you as you see there. That's what Gary Neville came out and said, as you see that post pinned up there, that it's appealing that in this market, which is probably the easiest in the PL history to get transfers done, that United haven't done more yet. They must get Ole a centre back, a left back and a forward pre-deadline. The others are managing to get things over the line. Why not United? Yes, this is a very big question that we really need to pose to the board. It's very easy to get in players. If at all Everton is getting in players every day, Chelsea, however much it was banned for 2 years and it was not signing players, my dear, Chelsea has not been making money as United has been making it. Manchester United is one of the biggest clubs in the world with close to a following of 500 million fans in the world. How do you lie to us that we cannot afford Jodan Sancho? You see, United fans reach an extent of opening up a GoFund to fundraise funds to buy Jodan Sancho. Can you imagine? When did Manchester United ever reach that level? Have we been there before? This is not Manchester United. These people are ruining our club, and they want one time to sack Ole, saying that you are doing bad because you are not going on the plan that you want. They've tried it out with very many coaches. It has failed. But trust me, when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came in at Manchester United, things changed slowly by slowly. I won't say that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is an experienced manager. He's not, and he's learning on the job. That's the fact. But the board is betraying him. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer submitted in his players that he wanted way back to the board. And the board is doing an injustice to him by not bringing them in time. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer knew that United is going to play farthest in the season to an extent that they are going to reach maybe even the final of the UEFA Europa League. But they were knocked out in the semi-final. But even though they are knocked out in the semi-final, that doesn't side out that the players were exhausted and tired and they needed some time to rest. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer knew that at the beginning of the Premier League season 2020-2019, his players really had to be tired, and that's why he called up for 4 players to be signed for him before the Premier League resumes. And the Premier League resumes where they've only brought him a midfielder, yet he wanted a centre back, he wanted a left back and a right winger. You see? So that's why United has been looking in that shape that we've been seeing it. Players are unfit, others are from COVID-19, and now they've just recovered, the likes of Paul Pogba. They are just trying to come back to their shape. You get? So these people are really ruining our club. This is not the Manchester United we know. This is not the Manchester United that is meant to win trophies. United is a winning club, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came out in his first speech at Manchester United. I think he got it right and said, we are here to win. We are here to win, and I'm here to make Manchester United win trophies. So by so doing and doing so or saying so, He had a plan that let me first be at the club, let me make my priority signings, then you will demand me the title. And trust me, if at all Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is being gotten the following players, that is a centre back, a left back, and Jodan Sancho, a right winger, my dear, United can go in and battle Liverpool in this one. Trust me. Do you know how the reason as to why we were 30 points clear or 30 points behind Liverpool the previous season is because we lost very many games and drew many. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came out and said on his press conference after the game of Brighton that we won 3-2, that dramatic encounter of the weekend. He said in the press conference that he's not happy that United won, but he's happy that if it was previous season, we wouldn't have won. The game would have ended in a draw. But he sees a very big improvement in his squad and attitude. He was not happy of how United won, but he was happy of the attitude, of the never give up attitude of the players on the pitch. They went ahead and won the game even when there was 1 minute or seconds left. They played and pressed the opponent to an extent that United was given a corner. After being given a corner, United headed the ball, or Harry Maguire headed the ball, and it struck the hand of Maupe, the forward of Brighton. If at all you remember that guy who scored the Panenka penalty against David De Gea in that game, that's the same guy who brought in the penalty. The referee had blown down the whistle to end the game, but the captain and other players ran over to him and told him, please, there is a handball. And the referee went to the side monitor. Going to the side monitor, he saw that it was a real penalty. And United won the game. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was happy with that. And he said he's not happy about the way United won, but he's happy of the attitude of the Manchester United players. So United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer are at a level that if at all they are given players that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer asked for, a centre-back, a right-back, and a winger, because the midfielder is already being provided at Manchester United, we are ready to go in and give Liverpool a bloody chase for that Premier League trophy, my dear. Even though we are 6 points behind Liverpool, that does not rule us away from chasing them, because we have a game in hand against Burnley. And if at all you have Jodan Sancho, Alex Telles and Upamecano in this team, count that game done. Because we are not going to concede foolish goals as we conceded against Brighton and Crystal Palace. You get? So these things of the board not giving us what we want should end this season. We should go back to a level that a person in charge of our transfers and negotiations should negotiate, knowing that the fans of Manchester United need Jodan Sancho and Alex Telles at the club. Jodan Sancho is doing the needful, pushing in this bid or pushing in this deal to see to it that it happens, but the board is doing him a disservice by not paying the money that they want. Jodan Sancho reached an extent of saying that I'm not going to play the German Cup, the German Super Cup game against Bayern Munich. And trust me, he is the most player that is needed on the pitch. And Sebastian Cahill, the sporting director of Brussia Dortmund, came out and said and assured that Holland accepted that without Jodan Sancho, Brussia Dortmund is a weaker team. And that's it. But Brussia Dortmund is a team that is meant to sell its players. Its policy is get young talent from all over Europe, anywhere, maybe Africa or anywhere, Asia, South America, North America, bring them here. We groom them into better players and we sell them off. Even to make it worse, other teams have started even to see what is happening in our team. Samuel Ahin says, I'm in Ghana with the fans of United. Please, we need Alex Telles in our team, Man United. No, Telles is like Evra, so please, United board, please and please, we need Telles and Sancho. Yes, Samuel, thank you for watching in. Smash a like and subscribe if you have not subscribed to this channel. You are right, 100% right. And there is something I want to rectify in the statement you've made. My dear, Telles is better than Patrice Evra. And how is Telles better than Patrice Evra? Van Dijk, thank you for coming in. What's new? Jodan Sancho is pushing a Manchester United transfer from Brussia Dortmund to Manchester United. That's what is happening. The man known as Jodan Sancho is forcing in a move to come to Manchester United. That's why he never even played in the German Super Cup. That's the news in here. Van Dijk 10. That's what you're saying and asking. So that's the big deal in here, that Jodan Sancho is pressuring Brussia Dortmund to see to it that he's being sold to Manchester United. Abu Olisa is saying is good if he comes in. Yes. So thank you guys for watching in. Van Dijk, thank you. I've been missing you on my lives, but thank God you are here, and we are going to do this live to see to it that we do put up our stories and negotiations to a level that we, the fans of Manchester United, feel that we are privileged to be the fans of Manchester United and we have the right to talk about our club. So I was talking about Mr. Samuel Atten saying that Alex Telles is like Patrice Evra. My dear, Telles is better than Patrice Evra. Telles is a player. There is a game that he played in this season and he scored 2 goals and he put up an assist. He's a player that was competing with Bruno Fernandes as far as assists were concerned. Now you see a player in Bruno Fernandes, the amount of change he has provided to Manchester United. You get? So that shows you that if at all we bring Alex Telles to Manchester United, is a very big addition to us. And that's why I tell you that Patrice Evra could not even raise close to 10 assists a season, but this gentleman can raise close to 15 assists a season with close to 7 and 10 goals. So that's why I'm telling you that Alex Telles is better than Patrice Evra. And Mr. Samuel, your submission is very, very okay, that we need Alex Telles in our team. Telles is more than Patrice Evra, and Telles and Sancho are needed. Samuel Arin, thank you. You are in from Ghana. Ghana, thanks for the love, and I really love what you are doing on this show. So we go on to Joe Richardson. Joe Richardson, by the way, I salute you for one thing. You are the subscriber who made us reach 1,000 subscribers at United Social Television. So thank you very much, Joe Richardson. I see you. You are here, and you are saying I have some news. Sancho photographer on his story, it says Manchester UK, which means he's in UK. So what does that mean? Alright, you know, a lot of things are going to be in this story. And I had a friend of mine, as we are discussing something, you know, sometimes if at all we are not on camera, there are certain things that we discuss about. And he was asking me that, don't you think United and Brussia Dortmund just want to make news and the deal is already done? That they just want to be in the news such that they do benefit, because they see no deal that is stopping this deal to happen. And if at all Joe Richardson is saying that Jodan Sancho transfer on his story says Manchester United, which means he says Manchester UK, which means he's in UK. So what does that mean? I think it means that these people are preparing for the unveiling or the coming of Manchester United, or the coming of Jodan Sancho to Manchester United. I think there is pressure building in, and you never know, United is preparing a bid, because they say the deal is not yet totally off and they are preparing a bid for Jodan Sancho. And I think if at all we don't see Jodan Sancho playing tomorrow on Saturday for Brussia Dortmund against Duisburg, that's the game they are playing tomorrow in the Bundesliga, that means, trust me, the deal will be done. And Brussia Dortmund would have accepted that the lad does not want to play for us anymore. He wants to play for Manchester United. Because Brussia Dortmund had reached an extent or a level saying that United, we are not selling Jodan Sancho this time around, because they know in the next season we are coming in the summer. Very many clubs would have recovered from the COVID-19 situation and would raise more money than what they want to sell Jodan Sancho now. The likes of Real Madrid will like the signature, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, and very many other clubs all over the world that are really good of the likes of PSG. So these people are really wanting to stay with Jodan Sancho, but good enough, Jodan Sancho is pushing for a move to see to it that this deal comes to a happening of him joining Manchester United. Van Dijk says, let's get the deals done. Yes, but I'm only worried that getting these deals done, Manchester United does do what we call lagging or slow deals, and negotiating their deals takes a lot of time. And I'm even worried up to now whether United can seal 2 deals in these remaining days. I don't see them getting these deals done. Hearing that they are now in talks with Barcelona trying to bring in Ousmane Dembele. I don't want Ousmane Dembele at Manchester United. Even though it will hurt me for not bringing Jodan Sancho, but you cannot bring Ousmane Dembele. I rather go for Sarr of Watford, because at least he is not going to learn on the job. He is already a Premier League player and he knows he has faced these teams and he knows where to hurt them or to play them. He's not going to be so much new into the league. But United bringing in Ousmane Dembele, they are bringing in a person who has missed 53 games in the last 18 matches or 18 months. He's really an injury-prone player. That's why he's referred to as a person or the player with glassy legs. That's why he's referred to that. So Ousmane Dembele doesn't fit United, and I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, that's not the choice of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because it's known that Mourinho and Van Gaal said that this board is very funny. You give them a list of players that you want, and they end up bringing you players that they think will work for you, not the players that you want. You get? So that's how funny our board is. So Joe Richardson says, also I heard that United hoped that Dortmund would carve in with the fee. The plan says it all. Yes, Glazers out. I support you. These people are here to ruin our lives. That's what I can tell you. They are here to see us not having fun, because for them, their pockets are really happy. Their pockets are full of money. They've made lots of money from Manchester United. And what makes it it bad is that they bought our club on loan, and for the last 8 years, they've not paid off this loan. Can you imagine? They've made millions and millions of pounds out of Manchester United, and they don't want to see United fans happy. Their aim is to see to it that they want to win matches, slowly matches, and then they will say that maybe the coach is the problem and they will sack him off. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has told you, get me 4 players. Get me my 4 players, I give you what you want. But they are not giving him what he wants. So this is really something that we should address. And that's why I support the hashtag Glazers out. And I'm against those who say that Ole out. Ole has no problem. Ole has given us happiness at Manchester United. We have new belief that after Sir Alex Ferguson, we do have a coach that understands our way at Manchester United. He is really managing these players very well. The stars are very okay, and he has transformed players like Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford had never hit a 20-mark goal, a goal mark in his season. But remember, the previous season, he went in and did it. Anton Martial hit 23 goals. Bruno Fernandes came in. He scored close to 8 goals, and he had some good number of assists on him. So that is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for you. I think for the few Sportings has made, he has been on point, and we are really having a blast at Manchester United. But the board doesn't want us to smile by not signing the players we want. Joe Richardson said that of Manchester United carving away. Yes, United thinks that Brussia Dortmund will cut off the amount of money they value Jodan Sancho, but trust me, they won't. If I told Jodan Sancho is to come to Manchester United, trust me, we have to pay £108 million. Smash a like, comment and share so as to see to it that we spread this video like a wildfire here at United Social Television. Subscribe, and because we started the 20k mark and we are on that road, and we are soon hitting 1,100 subscribers here at United. Thank you for the love, guys. Joe Richardson goes on and say that Bobby Charlton would be fitter to play for us than Dembele. He's a joke. True. Joe Richardson, you are right when you say that even Sir Bobby Charlton will be fitter to play for Manchester United, because I think Sir Bobby Charlton can even play more games than Ousmane Dembele. I raised my issue and asked myself, if at all Ousmane Dembele can get injured in a league that is not hard as the Premier League, because you can talk of hard tacklers in the La Liga, but in the Premier League, that's where you get to the master class or the top level tacklers in the world. They hit you hard, they hit you on your body. Each and every time there is an opponent for you. So how does Ousmane Dembele handle this? So you were right, Joe Richardson, by saying Bobby Charlton would be fitter to play for us than Dembele. Even Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the coach himself, can even play more games than Ousmane Dembele. Even David Beckham can come out from retirement and give us some nice moments that Dembele cannot give us. I don't turn down the quality of Ousmane Dembele. Ousmane Dembele is a fantastic and complete player, but because of his injuries, he cannot be what we want at Manchester United. We cannot see him as an option for Jodan Sancho. The fact is, in the world right now, there is no option for Jodan Sancho. That option is not there. There is no man in his age who has the statistics the lad is having. The only person who is having those statistics is Kylian Mbappe, and Kylian Mbappe goes for close to 280 million pounds. United can't afford that. So I think Manchester United should do us a favor and bring us Jodan Sancho before the deadline. If at all they don't bring Jodan Sancho, trust me, they are going to be slaughtered. Trust me, Ed Woodward, although you shifted from Chelsea and went to some other else that we don't know, the fans will know where you put up, and they will do what they did to you when you were not going to sign, when you were going to sign Bruno Fernandes. It was lagging like that of Jodan Sancho. So please, bring us the players that we want. Van Dijk 10 says Manchester United for life. Yes, I'm also Manchester United for life, and I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should be back to see to it that he brings in these players that he is requesting for, and we should not let these people play on our minds, the likes of Matt Judge and Ed Woodward plus his team that they negotiate deals on. They're here to make money because they came out and said that these players, all Manchester United, was not hit hard by the COVID-19 crisis. Then, if at all you're not hit hard like other clubs, why don't you show a financial muscle like other clubs are showing? Remember Liverpool. Liverpool completed a deal of Alcantara, and they paid close to 27 million pounds to Bayern Munich. After completing the deal of Alcantara, in the next 10 hours, they went in for Diego, he's called who? Diego Jota from Wolves, and they brought him, they finished the signing in only 10 hours. And Manchester United cannot complete a deal of Jodan Sancho, and it's lagging up to, this is going to be the 4th month. Can you imagine? They had agreed each and everything, and what is lagging this deal to happen is the transfer fee that Manchester United doesn't want to pay to Brussia Dortmund. And I think Jodan Sancho pressuring up to, putting pressure to Brussia Dortmund so to hit that he's signed to Manchester United is something good for us. But at the same moment, a sign that our board isn't very, very good at negotiating deals, as Patrice Evra came up and said that they are supposed to use the legends of Manchester United to go in for these deals, and they talk to the lads to see to it that they do join Manchester United. That's what Patrice Evra came out and said. And guys, you all know that we've drawn in the Champions League in a very, 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 very tricky group. I won't say that it's the group of death, but it's really a tricky group. When you look at PSG, RB Leipzig, those two clubs, guys, I don't know what you think. You can tell me what you think about our Champions League draw here at United States Television. We are drawn against PSG and RB Leipzig, and a team from Turkey known as Istanbul. Do you think we can progress through to the round of 16 without Jodan Sancho? That's also another question I want us to handle at this live. And Mr. Van Dijk 10 says, Dembele and Bale are brothers in injury. We didn't need Bale. We don't need Dembele. Sancho now. I like what you are saying. We can't think of Dembele in this situation. This situation just needs, if it's a disease, the antibiotic or vaccine or drug is called Jodan Sancho. Because I told people that even though we don't bring in a centre back and we bring in Alex Telles and Jodan Sancho, I'll go back to the calculation of Sir Alex Ferguson that he always made. He said that if at all United can score close to 100 goals a season, that means they're going to be the Premier League champions. Now, this is where the calculation of Jodan Sancho comes in. How? If at all Anton Martial comes in and scores 25 Premier League goals, Rashford scores 20 Premier League goals, Jodan Sancho scores 18, Those are how many? 25 plus 20, that is 45. 45 plus 18, those are 43. And Bruno Fernandes comes in and bagged close to 16. Now we're in like 70 goals. Pogba will bring in like 6. Mason Greenwood will give us a 10 goals. People like who? Alex Telles, you know, he will come up and some games and will show us something. Yes, so bringing in Jodan Sancho just shows you that United can win, can score goals, close to 100 goals a season. And having such number of goals, that means we are very much exposed all into a pole position of winning the Premier League. Why are we targeting the Premier League? You know, we have close to 20 Premier League titles, and Liverpool had 18, so they won their 19th Premier League title. And if at all we don't shop very well this season, they might go into and win their 20th title, hence equaling our record. And equaling our record means next season they can go on and break it and become the all-time winning Premiership winners. So these are things we are fighting because we need history to protect, and I think the board really needs to know that this is a team, it's a big team, and it has history to protect. That's why I come out and say we really need Jodan Sancho and Alex Telles at Manchester United. That's where Van Dijk comes in and says, what's happening with Alex Telles? Alex Telles, everything has been agreed, even the fee, but the problem comes in with our board. We are just £6 million apart. Manchester United is paying £12 million to FC Porto, and FC Porto wants £18 million. Manchester United is telling FC Porto, look, the player decided not to renew his contract at FC Porto. The buyout clause was £35 million, and you have nothing to do. If at all you don't give us this player in the transfer summer, come January, this player is going to be for free. That's what they are telling the club. And United wants to use this to go up and press FC Porto to bring in a player at that amount of money, but FC Porto is saying no, we want £18 million. So Mr. Van Dijk, that's the problem that is into this deal, but it would have been a done deal because Manchester United is selling off players. They sold off Alex Sanchez. They are selling off Marcos Rojo. They are selling off Romero. They are selling off another player in the names of Chris Smalling. They have sent Andreas Pereira on loan in Lazio, and there is a buyout clause of £27 million come next summer, and that will happen. United is going to collect close to 60 or 70 million pounds from the players they are going to sell, but they are seeing it is as a very hard thing to pay £18 million for Alex Telles. So that's how bad this board is and how they want to make money apart from giving us happiness and trophies at Old Trafford. Young Devo says, yo, Young Devo, how are you? Thank you for watching in. It's the United Social Television, and please subscribe to this channel if at all you've not yet subscribed, and smash a like and share this video. Joe Richardson says, apparently the deal is an impasse, which I don't believe, as we are waiting for Smalling or Dalot to go. Yes, these people should go, and after leaving Manchester United, we should bring in other people. Smalling, Diego Dalot had a very good game yesterday, not defensively, but if at all you judge the way he played going forward, he really had a very good game against Brighton, and I think he might bring in a change into the brain of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will try to keep him at Manchester United because of the way he played last time. Diego Dalot is a very good player, trust me. He's a very good player, but the problem is we do have Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Fosu Mensah, and Brandon Williams into for his number, and he is losing the pole position into the right wing, but he's just a good player. Smalling is going to go to AS Roma, trust me. That is going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Young Devo says Jodan Sancho would be a class signing, and I hope we can complete the transfer. Yes, everything is laid out very okay, and the problem is Manchester United to pay the 108 million pounds for the player in the names of Jodan Sancho. That's the problem. Young Devil, I agree with you. Jodan Sancho will be a class signing. He's the best. He's one of the best in his age bracket. He's really one of the best, and he is throwing in signals that we want to be at Manchester United. And Joe Richardson has just told you that on the Instagram story of the photographer of Jodan Sancho, he has tweeted something that they are in Manchester, and I don't know whether he is waiting for him from that side to unveil him as a United player. But there is certain things that Jodan Sancho is doing to see to it that he doesn't want to play for Brussia Dortmund anymore. That's why he missed out on the Super Cup in Germany against Brussia Dortmund, and Brussia Dortmund lost 3-2 in that game. Joe Richardson said, I have always believed Dalot never had a chance at United. Yes, he has never had a chance at United because even the coach that brought him, that is Jose Mourinho, never even gave him some playing time. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, when he was coming, he first worked on his defense, and that's why he brought in Aaron Wan-Bissaka. But Diego Dalot is a very good player, but I think he needs a coach that is attack-minded, and he does not care about the defensive thing. If Diego Dalot was in the era of Louis van Gaal, he would have been a very good player in that era, because Louis van Gaal never cared much about the defense. That's why he brought us the brackets of this world. You remember the other Chadwick, the long, tiny left back that was skilled, that he fielded in our defense. He brought in Verera. You remember Guillermo Varela from Uruguay, from the academy. So this team is really something that is not doing us a favor, that the board is really not in our way. Joe Richardson says, I have always believed Dalot never had a chance. Yes, he has never had a chance, and I think United needs to loan him out to a team that is going to use him effectively. And for him, if at all he goes there, he will have a very wonderful season, and I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will see a very good use of him. Van Dijk says Bailey was awesome last night. Yes, he was awesome last night, and on my watch along, I told people that last match, the game that United won against Brighton in the Carabao Cup to progress into the quarter-final, it gave Ole Gunnar Solskjaer a lot of headache and questions in his mind. Eric Bay just showed him that, please, I'm the player that I'm supposed to be playing or starting to play with Harry Maguire, the captain. And I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has it in mind that Eric Bay will be disappointed if at all he's not named among the first 11 players to play against Tottenham on Sunday at the United side. So Van Dijk, I agree with you. Eric Bay had a wonderful game. He saved us from the mistakes that Lindelof made, and he covered up very well, and I think he will be having a very good partnership on the weekend against Tottenham Hotspur. I think he's getting his first Premier League start in this season alongside Eric Bay. Yes, I'm sure that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to name him. Richardson says he needs game time, not 5 a season. Yes, he needs some game time, but the coach is on pressure. And trust me, I can't rate, although I like Diego Dalot, but I rate Aaron Wan-Bissaka highly. I rate Aaron Wan-Bissaka highly on Diego Dalot. I rate him highly. I rate Aaron Wan-Bissaka highly. So Joe Richardson says, who disliked this video? How dare you? Yes, you see, each and every person has his own thinking and belief. So let's leave him. The good thing is that likes are many than that one dislike. So let's keep this going and the discussion. People have their own views. He might be a Liverpool fan. He might be a Brussia Dortmund fan, not wanting to see their best player go. You see, Liverpool fans do hate us because they know if at all bring in Jodan Sancho, things are going to change. United can win the trophy if at all Jodan Sancho comes in. Trust me, that can happen. We can give these people a bloody chest. Jodan Sancho is something else. Combining with Bruno Fernandes, Anton Martial, Paul Pogba, and Marcus Rashford, it's going to be one of the best attack force in the world as we speak. Young Devo says, my ideal signings would be Wilfred Ndidi and Jodan Sancho, but we are not interested in him. But Jodan Sancho is looking likely, and we would have a class strike force. Yes, if at all Jodan Sancho comes in, it's going to be something different at Manchester United. Trust me, Mason Greenwood has not reached the level of playing each and every game, all being a start at Manchester United. And if at all we leave him into this season, fine, he will bag in those goals, but I don't know whether at his age he will be able to maintain the pressure from the fans, because he gave us a lot last season, and this season we expect more. We expect close to 20 goals from Mason Greenwood this season. So by Jodan Sancho comes in, he takes off the luggage from him and he takes it up, because he is an expensive signing and he comes in with class and a lot of skill to our team. So I think we need Jodan Sancho, and we'll be having a class strike force of Jodan Sancho, Anton Martial and Marcus Rashford. Just imagine those players attacking Brussia Dortmund or attacking PSG in the Champions League and RB Leipzig. I think we'll be having the best attack force in the Premier League. Trust me, if at all those people do come in up, they really need something. My pain, Joe Richardson says, my pain is we need a CB like Upamecano, Alex Telles and Jodan Sancho and Jovic. Talking of Jovic came out and followed Manchester United on Instagram, and his agent came out and said that they really love to play at Manchester United. And I think if at all we have Jovic, it's going to be a different thing altogether. Anton Martial and Jovic can really give headache to these players or to other teams. So Jovic is a very good player. He is a very good centre forward, and I think we need him at Manchester United. And I think they're the few signings that we can't get on loan on the D-Day, because United is looking for a centre forward. But I see Josh King coming out and tweeting about joining Manchester United, which is not an ideal signing that I think would happen, because United was interested in him in the transfer window and it failed. That's why he went in for Odioni Gallo. But Josh King, I don't want Josh King at Manchester United. I want Jovic. Jovic is good, but Upamecano, I think United cannot get a centre back now. They cannot. They have very many deals. If these two are lagging of Alex Telles and a man known as Jodan Sancho, and the only thing making them lag is not the personal negotiations and agent fees, but Manchester United not wanting to pay this money. So that shows you how lazy we are at Manchester United and how we don't take business serious as the negotiating team and board of Manchester United. But I would also love to see Upamecano at Manchester United, but I don't see that signing happening. I only see two signings happening, if that were there to happen. Alex Telles, Jodan Sancho, and another one is Jovic, because he wants to come to Manchester United on loan from Real Madrid, because he loves to play at Manchester United. Young Devil, you said about Wilfred Ndidi. I think United in the level that it is right now, however much Ndidi is a player, but he has proved to be an injury-prone player. And you know that he has gone back on injury after playing close to 3 games of the Premier League. So he's an injury-prone player, but I think United can develop more into Freddie, Scott McTominay. Those players, I think, can play a good CDM role. I think they can, because there are some roles that we just learn to play. Yes, there are some roles we just learn to play as players in the football pitch. And in the modern football, a coach can go away with the CDM and he can pack very many midfielders like the Danny Van Beeks in there, the Paul Pogba, and Nemanja Matic. So I think Wilfred Ndidi is a good player, but I think the coach is not interested in him. He's not interested in him, and I don't rate him as far as these players. Let's give these players time. Let's for that of Upamecano, I think we have gone on with it. Young Devil says, as a loyal Manchester United fan, I can say that I'm happy with the start to the season. Yes, we are happy to the start for the season, but you know, we've taken long without winning the Premier League. All these things, you see that Gary Neville are coming out to say things because they want United to win the Premier League back. That's what they want, please. That's what they want. That's what they want. That's why we have to put this board on pressure to see to it that they bring us the players that we want. That's why the Gary Nevilles of this world and the Dylan Fletchers are saying the board to come out and support Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because them not supporting Solskjaer is something that is leading us from the winning way to the other way of losing. And we are already on the winning way, because at least our team is showing some good progress, but we need in some 3 signings that I think we are only get to. That's Jodan Sancho and Alex Telles. They should be Manchester United players. Siduzo Sebekuru, thank you for watching in. Siduduzo, thank you for watching in. Subscribe if at all you want to subscribe to this channel. You say Dembele can offer more than Jodan Sancho. We need a player like Dembele who has individual brilliancy alone independently. The problem is with Dembele. I'm not taking out Dembele as, I'm not saying he's not a quality player. He's a quality player, but the problem is one, he is always injured. He cannot play games. In the previous 18 months, he has missed 53 games. To make it clear, the previous season, he played 5 La Liga games. Do you want us to bring a player to play only 5 Premier League games a season out of the 38? If at all he could play close to 20 games a season for Manchester United, he would have been a better signing or a good signing, but he is a flop that Barcelona brought. He was a good player at a team known as Brussia Dortmund, and when he came to Barcelona, he flopped. So I think Mr. Siduduzo, I don't underrate Dembele, but I'm just saying that Dembele is not that kind of player who is going to come in and play close to 30 games a season because he's an injury-prone player. He is rated, that's why they refer to him as a person who holds glass legs. So Mr. Siduduzo, that's the reason as to why I'm not rating Dembele ahead of Jodan Sancho. Joe Richardson says, Young Devil, if we lose against Spurs, it shows we are in need of signings. We are in need of signings, but Joe Richardson, what Young Devil was saying is that we are looking a better side on how we started the previous season. I think we are an improved side, and I think we're not going to lose against Spurs. We are not going to lose, but that does not mean that we shouldn't sign Jodan Sancho and Alex Telles. The fact is that those players are needed at Manchester United, because at the beginning we might get those wins, but do you think the team won't get tired? Because if at all these Manchester United players were like machines and they're not going to get tired, we wouldn't need any other signing at Manchester United. But our only worry is, if our players get injured, where are the options? That's the problem. Where are the options if at all our players get injured? That's the only problem we are having at Manchester United. So that's why these signings have to come in, such that our team can be rotated by the coach as we play these games. So that's why these signings are badly needed at Manchester United. So Siduduzo goes on and said, we seriously can't overpay for Sancho. He can just be another Di Maria. No, he can't be another Di Maria, because Di Maria was forced to come to Manchester United. And Di Maria, do you think if at all, let me give you this question. Do you think if at all Mourinho found Di Maria, would he have sold him? He wouldn't. He wouldn't. But trust me, the problem is, it was not a coach, it was not a signing of a coach, it was a signing of the board. Because Mourinho came out and said that the board of Manchester United can really go in for signings that are not needed by the manager, because for them they feel like they want those players at Manchester United. So trust me, the signing of a man known as Di Maria was not a signing of Louis van Gaal, it was a signing of the board. So Sancho loves to play for us, and he's a proven player. And he has other players that will empower him. Those are the fellow British players. The likes of Marcus Rashford, Lingard of this world, and Harry Maguire, his captain. So I think they will come in and do some good job. Young Devil says, Joe Richardson, non-certainty, but I can agree with you there. Yes, we need signings. That's it. We need signings, nothing else. We need signings at Manchester United. We need signings, guys. Let's not be like other teams. We need signings to win the trophy. You're not here to be the second runner-ups or first runner-ups of the Premier League. We are here to win the Premier League. That's why these signings are needed. Because Jodan Sancho and Alex Telles coming in, they bring a lot to the club. Them bringing a lot to a club, a lot of things will come to happening at Manchester United. Joe Richardson says, Young Devil, us United supporters need to rebel harder than ever before to get the board out. Yes, that should be happening, because these people aren't really giving us the best that we want as the club. Young Devil says, Joe Richardson, yep, therefore, but the exception is if they sign Messi, Ronaldo and Neymar in January. That can't happen for Manchester United. You see, it's taking them years to sign a player like Jodan Sancho at 108. They can't even go for such a player. But if at all the board was very nice, they would have sweet-talked Ronaldo to come back after finishing his career at Real Madrid. He would have come back at Manchester United, and I think would have been doing us great. But our board is sleepy. They don't know business. They know some good business, but in player signing, I think there is somewhere they go wrong. Joe Richardson says, we don't need Messi and Ronaldo. They are too old. I would only like CR7 as it is his home. Yes, Ronaldo, anytime Ronaldo is welcome back at Manchester United, he will always be one of the great players we've seen at Manchester United. The only Manchester United player that has won a Ballon d'Or, and I think he is just a player that did a very good role in Manchester United shirt in the 2008 and 2009 season, where he netted close to 42 goals a season. That was a brilliant player and a brilliant signing by Alex Ferguson. Young Devil says, we aren't winning the Premier League this season and we've got to accept that, but we got to aim to solidify top 4 in the Premier League. Young Devil, if United signs Jodan Sancho and Alex Telles, trust me, Liverpool is going to feel us. If those two players come in, we are going to be a better side than any other players. Look at Liverpool. Liverpool is a team that concedes goals. That means even the previous season when you're playing Liverpool, the 2 encounters, the first one at Old Trafford, it was a 1-1-0. It was a 1-1 draw. The other one, it was 2-0. And our team was almost not there. But ever since Bruno Fernandes came, a lot of things have changed. Now, just imagine if at all Jodan Sancho comes in, a lot is going to change, because we need players who have football intelligence that is way above any others in the world. So these players that we are having are good and can win us a trophy at Manchester United. If at all the additions of Jodan Sancho and Alex Telles and Upamecano are made at Manchester United. So young Devil, trust me, we can win the Premier League. Trust me. Next season is the season we have got to aim to contend for the title. Even this season we can contend for the title. If at all Jodan Sancho is brought in and Alex Telles, at least we can compete for this title and we can give Liverpool a bloody run for this title. Trust me, Liverpool is not going to go to that unbeaten run they went on. Trust me, we are a better side this season. Bringing in Dan Van Beek makes us better, gives us midfield options and squad depth. You saw his back heel that was an assist to one matter last night. He showed you the quality of the player he is and how rough and how important it can be to a team, that he can do only that one pass that can split the defense of any team. So that's a player by the names of Danny Van Beek. So that means Jodan Sancho coming in and Alex Telles, that will be a very more addition to our team, and it's giving a different dimension altogether. Siduduzo says we should not be greedy in selling players for cheap prices, because selling means we are paying less wages. Smalling, Dalot, Phil Jones, Juan Mata, Marcus Rojo, Lingard, all must go. But I think Mata is not going. Phil Jones is not going because he's comfortable with his salary that he's earning. And I think Lingard is not going. But I think Chris Smalling, Andres Pereira has already left. Romero has gone, is going, and Marcus Rojo. Those are sure deals, those are going. But Phil Jones, Juan Mata, and Lingard, I think those 3 players are staying at Manchester United. That's what I'm thinking, because I see no signs of them leaving. Diego Dalot, according to his performance yesterday, he really might have changed Solskjaer's mind to flag him off from Manchester United. And there is a very big growth that Diego Dalot is doing at Manchester United. He's the only friend, or he's the only close friend to Anton Martial. Have you realized? No, to Bruno Fernandes, and he really gives him nice company, and he always feels at home while they are together with Diego Dalot. So I think Diego Dalot gives some nice company to Bruno Fernandes, and Bruno Fernandes feels at home. Remember, he's the player who always drove him to training when he had just joined Manchester United. So I think they really want to see him stay, to see to it that he keeps that friendship up with the player of Bruno Fernandes. Siduduzo says we can get close to 80 million in sales. Yes, we can get that money, even 100. We can get that money. We can get that money from sales. So we can get that money from sales, but you'll see that Manchester United will look so much into maximizing sales than bringing in more players. So profit is more much needed at Manchester United than anything else. Young Devil says, I agree with you, but I don't feel we will sign Telles, but I feel Sancho will come. I think both players are going to come. Both players are going to come because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is really pressuring the board to give him those players. Those players are going to come. Young Devo says Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur score prediction, guys. 3-1 Manchester United. That's my prediction. 3-1. I go for a 3-1 win for Manchester United. Guys, I'm signing out for now. It has been a very good pleasure, guys. Thank you very much. Young Devo, CD Duzo, Joe Richardson, Van Dutch 10. There is another person in here. Obu Olisa, Samuel Ahin, Frimpong, Richard, the first signing or the first person to comment in here. Thank you, guys. Young Devo says he predicts 3-1-2. Yes, I go for a 3-1 win over Manchester United. Sudiduzo says nice show. Young Devo says, brother, awesome stream. You earned a new subscriber. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you much for subscribing. Mr. Sudiduzo also do the same. Let's grow this channel big. Thank you, guys. Let me let you sleep, guys, because it's getting late, and I think we are going to do our stream tomorrow at exactly midday. That's when we are doing our stream. So thank you, guys. Click like, share, and comment this channel to see to it that we grow in numbers. I'm Rokani for United Social Television. See you in my next stream tomorrow.